Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the chapter Human Capital Formation. You know what is human capital? Human capital refers to the stock of skill and expertise of a nation at a point of time. Just as a country can turn physical resources like land into physical capital like factories, similarly, it can also turn human resource like students into engineers and doctors. There is a difference between human capital and physical capital. Physical capital has a physical construction. It can be seen, touched and easily sold. But human capital is intangible and it is not sold. Only its services are sold. The next point of difference is physical capital is separable from its owner. We can separate the owner and the capital. But human capital cannot be separated from human being. Physical capital can be built by import also, and human capital built by conscious policy formation of state and its expenditure. Physical capital creates private benefit and human capital create private as well as social benefits. Human development and human capital are the two major subjects here to study. Human capital consider education and health as a means to increase labor productivity, and human development considers that education and health are integral to human well-being, because only when people have the ability to read and write and the ability to lead a long and healthy life, they will be able to make other choices which they value. So, human development and human capital is an important topic here to study. Various factors and various sources are required for human capital formation, and these sources are education, expenditure on health, expenditure on the job training, migration, and expenditure on information. Education, as we know, is an important source for human capital formation. By spending on education by an individual is similar to spending on capital goods by companies, as education plays very important role in the development of a human being as well as the development of the nation. Now the second major important source is health. Health is an important element for the development of an individual. Medicines, provisions for clean drinking water and good sanitation are various forms of health expenditure. Nowadays we can see various companies are spending a lot on employees on the job training. on giving the on-the-job training to their workers. It may take different forms, like the worker may be trained in the firm itself under the supervision of a skilled worker, or the worker may be sent for off-the-campus training. Now, migration. People migrate in search of jobs which open the chances of earning higher salaries than what they are getting at their native places. Unemployment is the reason for the rural-urban migration in India. So, migration in both cases, technically qualified people like engineers, doctors, they migrate to other countries because of higher salaries, and migration involves cost of transport, higher cost of living, etc. But it enhances earnings in the new place outweigh the cost of migration. Now, expenditure on information. People spend to acquire information relating to the labor market and other markets like education and health. This information is necessary to make decisions regarding investment in human capital as well as for efficient utilization of the acquired human capital stock. Now, health as human resource. The Government of India has evolved a national health policy which lays down stress on the preventive, promotive and rehabilitative aspect of life. We should try our best to improve the health standard of the citizens, eradicate diseases such as malaria, smallpox, polio, etc. So, government spend a lot of money on maintaining the standard of health. The average standard of health in India was very poor on the eve of adoption of planned development. Death rate per year was 27.5 per thousand and infant mortality rate was 183 per thousand. Education is also an important source of human capital formation. Human resource refers to the population of a country and the efficiency, productivity, skill and expertise of its inhabitants. Education plays an important role for the development of human being. It improves the level of understanding, it increases the capacity and mental efficiency of people to produce more. Technical education developed the inefficiency among the laborers to use highly advanced techniques of production. Educational sector in India, we can see there are primary education. The Indian government lays emphasis on primary education up to the age of 14 years. Secondary education covers children 14 to 18 years of age, which covers 88.5 million children according to the census 2001. India's higher education system is the third largest in the world after China and the United States. If we see about the data, the adult literacy rate of male in 1990 was 61.9 and which increased to 68.4 in 2000 and further 76.7 in 2005 to 2010. And female adult literacy rate, which was 37.9 in 1990, increased to 45.4 in 2000 and further increased to 54.9 in 2005 to 2010. Now we'll see the relation between human capital and economic growth. We know that the labor skill of an educated person is more than that of an uneducated person, and that the former generates more income than the latter. Economic growth means the increase in real national income of a country naturally. The contribution of the educated person to economic growth is more than that of illiterate person. Now see, there is a relation between human capital and economic growth. Human capital growth in developing countries has been faster, but the growth of per capita real income has not been that fast. There are reasons to believe that the causality between human capital and economic growth flows in either directions. Human capital and economic growth. The 7th 5-year plan of India says human resources development has necessarily to be assigned a key role in any development strategy, particularly in a country with a large population. Trained and educated on sound lines, a large population can itself become an asset in accelerating economic growth and in ensuring social change in desired directions. Human capital formation is an essential for every country, and the government plays a very important role in formation of human capital. What is the role of human capital formation? Why there is a need to human capital formation? Because it increases production. As you know, knowledgeable, skilled, qualified persons can contribute their maximum to the economy. They can increase production through optimum utilization of resources. Number 2, they can increase productivity as they are technologically educated. They promote innovations. Human capital formation also helps in promoting creativity and new ideas so that maximum possible production production can be attained with minimum time and cost. Human capital formation improves quality of life of the people, because better the quality of population, more will be the economic growth and development. So, with human capital formation, quality of life can be improved by earning more salaries. It creates positive attributes. People with positive attributes are more open to creativity and to create and innovate new ideas. Human capital formation increases the life expectancy of people. We have some problems in human capital formation in our country. Like, the first major problem is population, the rising population. Large size of population adversely affect the quality of human capital. More capital is required for the purpose of investment in education and health. The second problem is high level of poverty. Major section of Indian population living under poverty line finds it difficult to arrange basic necessities of life. Hence, they cannot afford quality education and health facilities. And the major problem with Indian economy is brain drain. The migration of highly skilled workers to other countries for better jobs is known as brain drain. And due to this brain drain, country loses its qualified and skilled workforce, which affects the process of economic growth and development. Now, we'll see Human Development Index. It is the composite statistics of life expectancy, education, and income indices to rank countries into 4 tiers of human development. Three basic human capabilities of HDI, Human Development Index, are longevity, educational attainment, and real GDP per capita. The formula for calculating HDI is Life Expectancy Index plus Educational Attainment Index plus Real GDP per capita index divided by 3. Thank you, students.
ठीक है, उसका फ्लैप बंद कर दे कैमरे का।